Good morning, TIs. 6:07 a.m. I'm going to the corner to get some oatmeal. Yesterday was, try to get something accomplished. I'm trying to, not me per se, because I'm really technology illiterate, but somebody's helping me. We're trying to get my Facebook and my Messenger back because, my Messenger, has numbers and information on it and stuff like that because, I tend to, go to my Messenger, on my own profile on the Messenger, and I put numbers on there and so I don't lose them. And I lost my Facebook. I lost my Messenger. But, and some other stuff that I can't do on computer, to try and get my life straightened out. Not the Facebook, get my life straightened out, but, other things. So I did get something accomplished. And I had that nervous stomach and nervous legs all day, just doing that, wondering if, but I guess we're making progress, Then after the computer thing, somebody helping me and stuff, and, we're going to try back at it Monday. After the computer thing, went back to my apartment, took a nap, boom, woke up, I prayed before I napped, and woke up, nervous legs were gone, nervous stomach was gone, and things are just going to fall in place, I just give it all up to God. Seriously. I woke up, I felt so much better. There goes the nose itch. I woke up, I felt so much better. And in the nighttime, I even pooped. So, I'm in a good mood. I have faith. And whatever happens, it's not for me to say. It's not for me to say, I've been completely honest with you guys, and I told you, I have a past. We all have a past. But that's just what it is. We grow, we live, we learn, and everything's going to be okay. Whether it's not or whether it is, it's okay. I'm all right. I'm all right with it because it's not what I want. You can want all the things in the world, and I don't pray for things, because God knows what you need more than you do. I had a best friend that was an atheist. There goes the nose itch. Where there's love and respect, you can get through anything and our differences. But this gang stalking is a whole nother thing. And by the way, the best friend that I had, That's the only argument we've ever gotten to. I introduced him to a girl. And I knew when I introduced him to a good girl, I knew he'd move away. But when you love somebody, you sacrifice. I don't care whether it's your best friend, whether it's your child. You know, just somebody you love. Well, anyways, I don't know what I'm going to say when I get on these, you know, but let me tell you something. I have a sense of humor. Okay, but first, you know, we were fishing, you know, with a rod and reel, and off the pier, you know, it's hard to talk with, yeah, and I was just, you know, looking at the beauty. I was looking at the beauty, and I turned to him, and I told him, how could you not believe in God? You're stupid. First argument, you know. And, I wasn't always like this. I told you I changed, you know, and I didn't always look like this. But, you know, I mean, my best friend, that was an atheist, he respected me and loved me. You know, he used to use the Lord's name in vain a lot. He stopped. You know, or at least around me. You know, I told him, how are you going to use somebody's name in vain if you don't believe him? But, you know, I never allowed that word in my house when I was raising my kids. You know, I just don't like that word, period. I mean, and I curse like I have a potty mouth. But, yeah, he respected me and loved me, so he stopped. But, okay, back to my sense of humor. Wow, my brain is actually working this morning. You know, I used to fight. You know, I grew up cutting myself off and on, you know, for many years. I haven't done it for years. Also a past. You get me? But, you know, even being in my 40s, every once in a while, because I grew up when I didn't feel right, you know, hey, I'd go out and get in a fight. But, you know, you raise kids, and when the last kid was out of the house, yeah, every once in a while I'd go get in a fight. But, now I lost my brain. Where was I going with this? I thought I was focusing today. But no, I focus, I lose mine. I'll get back to that if I remember where I was going. That was always my release. You get me? That was always my release. And, oh yeah, there we go. I got it. Okay, well anyways, a different time we're coming back from fishing. You know, I mean, I used to fight guys, you know. And, you know, I had a black eye, you know, and it was like down here. And, well, anyways, you know, we were coming back from fishing, you know, had the little granny cart with the big buckets and stuff, and, you know, our fishing poles hanging out and stuff like that. And there was a Christian lady, And she came up to me and we started talking and stuff like that. So, he went off to the background. He went off to the background. And, oh, no. First and stuff, I'm a jokester. I've learned to use my sense of humor and stuff like that. She's like, oh, where'd you get that? I said, him. That's my best friend. He tried to push me down the stairs last night. Yeah, he was just kidding and stuff. Like, push me and put his leg out because he knows I'm, but, I told this lady, yeah, he gets really aggressive. And well, anyways, he goes off in the background. You can see he's upset, but he's kind of like a chill guy, stoner, gamer. We're the opposites. If we go walking his dog, Sam, rest in peace, a beagle. If we go walking his dog and stuff, pre-accident, he'd be like on the phone with one of his girlfriends. Oh, it's okay. I'm with Brenna. That's a name I've been called since I've been little. No, I got Brenna with me. He'd send me out in the hallway. Hey, there's this guy, he knocked on my door and asked to buy crack. Because the place where I live at, long before it was an apartment, it was like a motel called the Johnson Manor, and I guess it was a crackhead motel. But occasionally, people come out and think that they could still get crack there. I don't know where the hell they've been, probably in prison or something, but yeah, that happens. And, Carlos would be like, get rid of them. There's people on the roof. Go get rid of them. So, yeah, but obviously, I'm different now. But, okay, back to the bus stop. She started talking about God and stuff, so he went out in the background. We're still waiting for the bus. And, I talked to her for a little while and stuff like that. And I said, you know what? This was free accident. I said, who really loves to talk about God? I said, my best friend over there. That's all he ever talks about. I told her, I love God. But, I said, when we're at home, he never shuts up about God. And sometimes it can be really irritating. And I said, he would love to talk about God with you. No, he's an atheist. Man. So she goes over there and stuff like that. And I got shot this dirty look, and I'm sitting here just laughing. Mind you, I'm not laughing because of God. I'm laughing because I'm an asshole. And I just wanted to give him a little dose. Boy, he was mad. He was mad. But he knows I'm a jokester, and he knows that I'm a believer, And I love that man. The girl I introduced him to, he's a father to her child. He's, he's had a child with her, and they're going to get married. Do I pray for him? Yeah. Because I want him to go where I know I'm going. I mean, he's a wonderful, beautiful man. And I love him, and I miss him. And I miss her. I introduced her to him because, she's a decent woman and a good friend. But, yeah, I do pray for him. For everything that you can prove exists, and I know, but there's always somebody that comes along and has proof that it doesn't exist or it never happened. You get me? I know God exists. Boy, do I know God exists. But yeah, I do pray for him because I love him and I want to see him. I want to see him when I'm gone. But, there's no tears or pain. So I won't be worrying about him. And I won't be worrying about my kids' souls. You get me? And I have no idea. I started off this video. I really didn't know what I was going to talk about. This thing really screws up your brain. So sometimes you have to bear with me because I talk in circles sometimes. But also, there was a Suburban on top of my head. Can't see it right now. There's a green spot right here that looks like a erased tattoo. Can't see it right now. See that? If you look close, there's like little black dots that look like big blackheads. That's where I had stitches, big ones. So, and then, like I said, I need a neurologist. Well, that's been told to me. But at least I'm not crazy. And I say that loosely, it's not really crazy and stuff. If you have mental problems and stuff like that. Because, like I said, they deem a lot of us schizophrenic, and we're not. But I never know what I'm going to say when I get on this. So if I lose my focus, excuse my French, bear with me. But you know what? I love. Oh, in fact, this is, see this restaurant? See this corner? That's where it happened at. See what is now the bike lane? I was right there where that white line is. And the man came out of that gas station and came down this lane, hit me right there. I don't know if you can see it. I flew 20 feet in the air, and somehow the Suburban ended up on top of me, right here. Yeah. And this man, well, I didn't know them because, I was in shock. But they told me. And then I remembered. I remember a face looking down at me while I was under that Suburban. And I knew that face. But in shock, I didn't know, I couldn't, and as soon as I seen that face, I guess I passed out, because I remember feeling like it was going to be okay. Months after, somebody from over here, well, that goes to here, said that the cook wants to talk to me. Benny. That Benny wants to talk to me. I said, what do you mean? They said, yeah, Benny saved your life. He went around begging people in the street to help him lift it off where it was squishing you. Now I remember, for a long time I didn't remember stuff. I didn't know why I had a big bald spot. I remember them cutting my son's chain off from around my neck. But, until they told me that, I started remembering. They cut off my hair. It was wrapped around underneath But this man saved my life. If they would have waited for an ambulance to come, and an ambulance would have got a professional, called in a professional to lift that off where it was squishing my body, I wouldn't have survived. And a lot of the times, they used to race me going across the street. And they still do. But now I think it's more to scare me. But I'm not going to be scared. Now, I don't remember, like I said, I don't know how to edit. And I never plan what I'm going to talk about. Thank you. I never plan what I'm going to talk about, but it's whatever comes to mind, whatever's laid on my heart. And sometimes I don't finish my thoughts. But you know what? I love. And yeah, I am a different person. And I'm not ashamed of my past. I'm not ashamed of my past or who I used to be. There's a homeless lady calling me. And the reason I'm ignoring her is because I don't, even though I don't have an income, I do get food stamps. And if somebody buys me like a $2.50 pack of cigarettes and stuff like that, I used to give her some, or I'd go in this bakery, or, and, buy her something, or, if I had $1 in my pocket, well, I'd have to have a couple dollars, I'd give her one. But, that particular lady, I don't know if I told you about Luna, the dog that needs a home. I think I have. She got a home. I prayed for that. Somebody, yeah, that was in my nightly. But, yeah, somebody called the Humane Society on her because her owners weren't taking care of her. And, the whole neighborhood would take care of her. Shit. Jason, the young man I told you about that, will help me with my trash when it's too heavy, which most of the time it is, or help me with my groceries and stuff. Yeah, he's had to lift her up and take her in the market with us because she's following us across the boulevard. But the lady that called the Humane Society, I guess she went and got her. So in a couple weeks, because I tried calling the Humane Society, I wanted to locate her and go over there so that she knows nobody just abandoned her. You get me? But yeah. So that dog has a home. Well, back to what I was saying. That lady kicked the dog. I didn't see it, but like I said, all the neighbors, they watched for Luna because she would go and try to find something to eat, and she'd be in the middle of the alley, and people would watch driving through the alley and stuff because of Luna, and but Luna chose me. I don't know how to explain it, but she chose me. But I couldn't have her because I don't have an income, first of all. And she's a high energy dog. And I mean, look at me, And my cat only likes medium to low energy dogs. But well, anyways, I came out into the alley. It was still light outside and stuff. And one of the Gomez's, and her boyfriend would tell me, oh my gosh, that lady. I said, what lady? The homeless lady. And they told me what she looked like. She kicked the freaking dog. She kicked the freaking dog. And when it comes to animals, which are sometimes more human than human beings nowadays, and children, I don't know what I would have done if I seen her kick the dog. But yeah, I went down the street and I talked to her and stuff like that, and she was way out there, and that's the first time I had seen her like acting like she wasn't lucid. But that's the reason that one I ignore. I see Darrell and stuff like that. Don't ignore him. But I'm hungry. And have a happy Saturday. Peace, love, and laughter.